We were discussing of uses of a typical antipsychotic: chronic psychosis, mania, depression, bipolar disorder. So what are the side effects?
Suppress immune.
A granulocytosis. Side effects: next, weight
Metabolic
gain.
side.
Metabolic side effect: weight gain,
Hyperglycemia.
hyperglycemia lead to diabetes. Okay, and all drugs causing QT.
QT. Interval prolonged.
Okay, so these side effects you also can add here. This one number 5, 6, lot of side effects. 8, QT, prolonged, and metabolic also here. Hyperglycemia, hyperglycemia, and weight gain. You can see the very big list of side effects. Yeah, atypical causing many side effects. Atypical causing just few side effects. So more beneficial atypical. But atypical, they're not able to control positive symptom. Few can control, they also go for dopamine, but not stronger dopamine antagonist. Okay. Any problem with this? Okay, well, last thing. What is this? Neuroleptic. This is your homework. Neuroleptic malignant syndrome. Tomorrow I will ask this, okay? Neuroleptic malignant syndrome. You must know what are the neuroleptics. Malignant hyperthermia, muscle spasms, Parkinsonism, muscle spasms, also hyperthermia combined, neuroleptic malignant syndrome. How you treat this? Bromocriptine. Okay. Tomorrow solve this. Neuroleptic malignant syndrome. This is the very biggest side effect of antipsychotic. Neuroleptic malignant. Another serotonin syndrome, but it belongs to antidepressant. Okay. So now move on. Next group. Antidepressant. Antidepressant. The first thing, first we try to run what's the depression, what happened inside the brain. If you remember the first lecture of the CNS, what happened inside the depression and mania? Depression actually is a mood disorder. Mood disorder. In psychiatry, the mood known as medical word affection. Okay? Affection means mood. So these are affective disorder. Affective disorders. Affective. This word comes from affection. These are mood disorder. Mood disorder, there are two category of mood swing. Depression. Very simple word for depression. You know, what's an anxiety? Patient just in stress. It's worry. Not able to think well. Not able to plan well. How about depression? Loss. Oh, In two words, you can explain depression: helpless, patient feeling, helpless and hopeless. Helpless, hopeless. This is a depression. So when patient helpless, hopeless, always feeling sad, grief, always feeling sad, patient, this person, silent, no interaction with other person, sit alone and just silent. And this person having energy, no energy. Okay, so no energy, so always sleepy, sleep, longer duration, sleep, no energy, no activity. If wake up, silent, no talk to the family member, don't want gathering, just want to sit alone, grieve, helpless, hopeless. Okay, so when you helpless and hopeless, then what you do? What you do if you helpless and hopeless? If you're helpless and hopeless, this is the only hope. Yeah, to get rid of life. Must treat depression because the end of depression is suicide. Understand? It's a depression. So how about opposite condition? Opposite to depression, mania. Person energetic all time, every time. Speak, 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 and speak. Yeah? Every time. Overconfident. Can sleep at night? No. Insomnia. So this person is hyper excitable. How about social interaction? Even not know the stranger and talking to stranger like their family member. Hyper excitability, okay? Very, very energetic. Overconfidence. It's a mania. If the person having both of this, same patient, having two ends, one time episode of mania, one time episode of depression, this is a bipolar. It means the patient having depression also, patient having mania. Understand? It's a bipolar disorder. Okay, now the important thing here, depression. So when you're treating the bipolar disorder, must take care about bipolar disorder. Sometimes you're treating bipolar disorder patient, you treat mania side, patient undergo depression. You treat depression side, patient undergo mania. Okay, must take care about this. So what the problem inside the brain stem? The issue in the brain, inside the brain stem, reticular formation. This you know reticular formation. Inside the reticular formation, we having norepinephrine and serotonin. So this norepinephrine reticular formation having connection with, if you remember, thalamus, intralaminar nuclei there, yeah, intralaminar nuclei, Y-shaped lamina there. So from the thalamus, connection with cortex. So this connection is come from norepinephrine and serotonin. They excite the cortex. If you have normal excitation, you having normal behavior, normal mood, you have normal thinking, not much energetic, not like less energetic. Yeah, you are a normal person. So if these neurotransmitter decrease, then this cortex not excite. You're not able to perform your motor duty. You're not able to perform your sensory duty. Yeah, this means the sensory function also reduce and motor function also. That's why the person not listening to other, the person just sitting, not want to play with the friends. Yeah, because not have good energy in muscle. Understand? So if these neurotransmitter decrease, it leads to depression. Understand? So this is the depression. So how you treat depression? How you treat depression? Increase dopamine, increase serotonin. Where? In brainstem. Increase dopamine and increase serotonin you can treat. But if you increase dopamine or serotonin, increase serotonin or norepinephrine, what will happen with your CVS system? What will happen with CVS system? Hypertension. Yeah, of course, hypertension. Yeah. So increasing norepinephrine. So this is the problem with the depressive person. Like having depression and you treating the if patient having any cardiac issue, cardiovascular issue, you must take care when you're using these drugs. Okay. So in the depression, antidepressant. Okay. Now we first we classify antidepressant. The first group antidepressant S S R I selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. S N R I serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. These drugs they're doing what? If you remember, 100% neurotransmitter come here, 30% undergo breakdown by COMT and MU enzyme, yeah, and 70% again go back. Yeah. So this 70% here we having protein for reuptake protein. So if you block this protein, what happen here? 5-HT, if this is serotonin, and norepinephrine stay in synapse for longer duration. So the level here increase. You increasing norepinephrine and serotonin in synapse. This is our principle of therapy. Okay, the serotonin, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. And next one, tricyclic antidepressant TCA. Next one, monoamine oxidase, monoamine monoamine oxidase inhibitor. Which inhibitor? Enzyme A, not go for B. Okay. For B inhibitor, we already used in Parkinson disease. B enzyme for breakdown of dopamine, not for serotonin and norepinephrine. Okay, monoamine oxidase inhibitor. Monoamine oxidase inhibitor. So these are main four groups: serotonin, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, tricyclic antidepressant, monoamine oxidase inhibitor. Okay, monoamine oxidase inhibitor. And next we having the last group, atypical. Atypical. In last week we will discuss atypical antidepressant. Atypical antidepressant. This is group number 5. These are the main 5 groups. 3, 4, and 5. What's the meaning of atypical? Atypical, they act differently. You know what the problem inside the depression? Decreased level of norepinephrine and serotonin. So these are typically act like antidepressants, SSRI, SNRI, TCA, and monoamine oxidase inhibitor. They will increase norepinephrine, serotonin. Okay, An atypical antidepressant, some of them go for alpha, some of them go for dopamine, some of them go for serotonin, like this. Yeah. So they having variety of action. So that's why they're known as atypical antidepressants, similar to atypical antipsychotics. Okay. So atypical antipsychotic have, because psychosis is have main concern with dopamine, but we use atypical antipsychotic for chronic symptom because understand. So this is the reason, the atypical antidepressant. Why we give name atypical antidepressant? SSRI, SNRI, TCA, and monoamine oxidase inhibitor. Okay, now we first move on our first group. Just naming of first group, SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. In this group, the name fluoxetine, fluoxetine, paroxetine, paroxetine, sertraline. These are the first line drug for depression. Sertraline, stalopram, and estalopram. Fluoxetine, paroxetine, sertraline, stalopram, estalopram. Okay, so these are the SSRI. SSRI. Next group, SNRI. So these are selective. These are serotonin. S for serotonin, N for norepinephrine, R for reuptake inhibitor. Serotonin, norepinephrine, reuptake inhibitor. In this, we having the two main drugs, duloxetine and venlafaxine. Venlafaxine. Duloxetine, paroxetine, sertraline, citalopram. Our first line of therapy for depression, SSRI. Okay. How about TCA? Tricyclic antidepressant. Tricyclic antidepressant. Triptyline, tripta, triptyline, amipramine, amipramine, amitriptyline, triptyline, amipramine, amitriptyline. So these are the tricyclic antidepressant. They're producing a lot of side effects. The first, the first drugs before invention of SSRI and SNRI and monoamine oxidase inhibitor, the first drug we're using for depression was tricyclic antidepressant. But now tricyclic antidepressant now much far from SSRI and SNRI. Okay, so our first preference we use for depression, SSRI, the first line of therapy. And next we can change to SNRI, can go for monoamine oxidase inhibitor. The tricyclic antidepressant, they're producing a lot of side effect as compared to SSRI and SNRI. Understand? So SNRI and SSRI, all these drugs, the first side effect you must be clear about these drugs. The side effect, the increasing norepinephrine and increasing serotonin. Okay. So the hypertension is the biggest problem with these drugs. If any person having serious issue, We must take care about that. Understand? Because the increasing norepinephrine everywhere, not just inside the brain. The increasing norepinephrine inside the sympathetic system, also inside the brain. Understand? So they disturb the CVS system, causing hypertension. Another problem, the increasing serotonin. All these drugs they causing serotonin syndrome. Another syndrome, serotonin syndrome, because these drugs they increase serotonin. Okay, the serotonin syndrome and neuroleptic malignant syndrome nearly similar in clinical, nearly similar, but the drug causing neuroleptic syndrome, they are antipsychotic, and drug causing serotonin syndrome, they are antidepressant. Okay, the treatment option for both neuroleptic malignant syndrome and for neuroleptic malignant syndrome we give bromocriptine, and for serotonin syndrome we use different drugs. Understand? The general side effect of these two drugs, these all antidepressant, increase norepinephrine and increase 5-HT. So increasing norepinephrine disturb your CVS system, and increasing serotonin. Increasing serotonin. One problem with this, when they increase serotonin, wet pillow, drooling of saliva is very important side effect. Drooling of saliva. It's also due to increased serotonin. Okay, drooling of saliva, wet pillow, wet. The serotonin, when very high, lead to serotonin syndrome. And severe side effect, heart rate increase. Severe side effect, hypertension. Okay, because these drugs they increasing norepinephrine and increasing 5-HT. Understand? So these two side effects, increased norepinephrine and increased 5-HT, they are concerned related with SSRI and SNRI. How about the side effect of TCA? TCA, if you want to read about the side effect of TCA, TCA doing what? TCA increase norepinephrine, TCA increase 5-HT, TCA block muscarinic. TCA blocking muscarinic. So the TCA tricyclic antidepressant also act like antimuscarinic. Not just atropine, scopolamine, and ipratropium. Okay, we have many drugs that block muscarinic receptor. Just now we done antipsychotic. Yeah, antipsychotics also act like antimuscarinic. Opioid also act like antimuscarinic. Antihistamine also act like antimuscarinic. Big list. The blocking muscarinic receptor. Okay. The second one we're discussing here now, tricyclic antidepressant, they also strong antimuscarinic. So what the side effect of tricyclic antidepressant? The tricyclic antidepressant, they causing the similar side effect like atropine, dry eye, dry mouth, and these things. Okay. Tricyclic antidepressant, what the effect on glaucoma? They causing mydriasis or meiosis. They're making glaucoma more worse. Okay, they're making glaucoma more worse. Tricyclic antidepressant, same thing like antipsychotic. They're making glaucoma more worse. Why? Because they're antimuscarinic. The remaining thing about the antidepressant we'll discuss in next class, inshallah. We will continue from SSRI, SNRI, and their side effect, okay, and their uses. Till now, it's enough for this class. If any question, can ask me. See you tomorrow, inshallah.
See you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Allah.